So, if you are all studying in graduation, final year, final semester, then this video is going to be useful for you, because in order to get a graduation degree in the final semester, they have to submit a research project. So, being an undergraduate student, it becomes extremely difficult to write a research paper, because they generally do not have any idea that what research is and how to write a research paper. In this video, I am going to discuss some essential points that will help the student to write a research paper. Actually, writing a research paper is not that difficult, but since it is the first or new experience for undergraduate students, so that becomes difficult. The first point that one has to think of is that how to get a right supervisor. Actually, the supervisors are the department teachers, and they generally get irritated with some questions, some genuine questions, genuine doubts of the students. Since this is the new experience for a student, then he or she will ask so many questions to a professor. But sometimes professor gets irritated with the question. Sometimes the professor say so many things as the professor is experienced, but a student is not. So sometimes the professors do not cooperate with the students. I do not say that all the professors are same, but it is extremely important to choose the right supervisor who will supervise your every step that you are going to do throughout your project. Next important point is that a student should not be shy. When you are going to do a new thing, it is obvious that many doubts will come to your mind. But if the doubts are kept in the mind but not revealed before the teacher, then definitely that will create problem for the student. And next is selecting a topic. Selecting a topic is very important, because if you choose a right topic, then your work is half done. So choosing a topic is very important, because since they are new to write the research paper in the field of research, they take lot of philosophical ideas in their mind and they try to work on that. But that is not possible to write everything in an undergraduate project. So topic selection of the topic is more important. So a student has to be very careful while selecting a topic. Fourth point is that to keep your plan realistic. I mean, your research paper, writing research paper is not that writing a story or writing a poem or writing a novel. So your plan should be realistic, that okay, what you are going to do in your research. And next is to prepare a timeline. Generally for our undergraduate project, the institution gives 2 months to a student to prepare the undergraduate project. So a student has to plan accordingly that how to complete that project within that stipulated time. So they have to prepare a particular timeline, that when to read, how to read, and how to make the gist and everything. And the sixth important point is write, and write. It means that suppose someone works on feminism. Since I'm a teacher of literature, someone takes a text to bring feministic elements. So what one has to do? One has to understand what feminism is. So in order to understand what feminism in India, what feminism in England, what feminism in Pakistan, feminism across the cultures, feminism across the regions, feminism across the religions. So there are so many aspects. So when someone suppose works on feminism, he has to deal with many texts. So when you read a text, suppose you read 3 pages in an hour, just make a note that what have you understood from that text after going through that text. If you read 3 pages, at least write 3 paragraphs that what have you understood. Then read another text and write. Then read another text and write. So whatever you read, you write something. And if you write that, okay, and if you find any important line there, just quote the line. That is extremely important. Quotation is extremely important in research, because you cannot say anything from your own mind. In your research, everything should be, the references of the text is important, and what the author has stated previously, you just make a note of that. So if you write this, then your research is over. Now it's up to writing a research paper. So what is the structure? The structure of the research paper is that when you write a research paper, at the beginning of your research paper, there should be an abstract, and the abstract should be within 300 words, not more than that. And what should be there in the abstract? In the abstract, one has to write that what problems to be investigated, then purpose of your study, I mean why have you decided to do your research on that topic, what made you to do your research, and then the result of your research. Suppose somebody is working on feminism. Okay, so why he is working on feminism? What result it will bring, and the implication of the result. That has to be written in the abstract, which should be written, as I have earlier mentioned, that it should be within 300 words. And the next section of your research paper is introduction. And what is introduction? This introduction is actually, it provides the reader all the background information in order to understand your paper. I mean, what you have read, what you have got, what you have done, the authors, and everything should be there in the introduction. And after introduction, it is the important section. It is the manuscript. It can also be subdivided into so many chapters if it is a big project. If